How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. Well, my royal family, this has been a wonderful day. Real sweet. Real sweet. I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this. You see the title? Oh, it's real. And it's real sweet. So you got to stop everything you're doing. Bust out the weed, wine. I'm into grape juice, plenty ice, and lemon. And 2 fat ass blunts. Because this shit is sweet. And I'm going to be very slow and methodical in dragging this coon. Oh yeah. I'm going to drag you all over YouTube. Because you've been very disrespectful to the elders. I ain't gonna read no article. I want to put my spin on it. Now, I'll put the necessary links and all that shit. I'll do that for the royal family. But I want to do it true royal style. So, Mark, you got the pimp hand. You got the pimp hand. CNN is done with your ass. You need to go hang out with Paris. Wherever he is, he's somewhere. You got to go dig him up. But y'all can hang out. So anyway, let's get started. Y'all got y'all shit? All right, here we go. Let's go on this journey. So, I bootlick for white supremacy. Oh, yes, you do. Recently, you act like you didn't know Farrakhan. Distance yourself from Farrakhan because you're spineless. And on top of that, you try to come off like you're righteous. Ain't nothing righteous about a comb. But see, you did something real funky, you motherfucker. Our queen right here. You disrespected Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. The day that she passed, no funeral yet, ain't been put in the ground yet, and you broke your neck to say all type of crazy shit about our queen, who dedicated her life in exposing white supremacy and the psychological and damaging effects to the royal family. You did all this shit to stay in favor with your white daddy. Oh, yes, you did. Karma is sweet. Real sweet. And I know you feeling some kind of way. Oh, yes, you is. So let's go over here. I just thought this was a good meme, my royal family. Because you know Mark love crying. He think crying he can stay in favor. Because they got, oh, look at that nigga. He crying for us. We'll keep him around just a little bit. But they've been waiting for you. I know my royal family, I'm dragging it out. I don't give a damn. I'm going to be slow and methodical with this shit. Because like I said, I'm real patient. Oh, there's Paris right there. Wait a minute. Where's Paris? Ooh, that's too little. But that's Paris right there. You go find, you know, you need to go hang out with him. But let me put this back. So anyway, my royal family. As I take my time, I have 2 videos. I'm just giving you a little sample But these two videos that I'm going to play, you got to go to Black Junction TV if you want to watch it all. So let's get a sample of what's really going on.
So Dr. Marc Lamont Hill, of course, longtime commentator at CNN, he is out fired today as a result of a speech that he gave at the United Nations in support of the Palestinian people. Mediaite is reporting that CNN, this is the quote from them, Marc Lamont Hill is no longer under contract with CNN. According to their story, Hill, and here we go to my iPad, please. Hill urged countries to boycott Israel in a speech on Wednesday calling for a free Palestine from the river to the sea. It is that comment that a Jewish organization seized on. They say that is a phrase that has been used by Hamas as well as other anti-Israel terror groups. The phrase from the river to the sea. It implies, according to this story, the phrase implies the replacement of Israel by a Palestine stretching from the Jordan River to the Mediterranean Sea. Marc Lamont Hill disputes the characterization of his comments. This is what they have here, down here. He says, quote, I support Palestinian freedom. I support Palestinian self-determination. I am deeply critical of Israeli policy and practice. I do not support anti-Semitism, killing Jewish people, or any of the other things attributed to my speech. I have spent my life fighting these things. He also then tweeted, my reference to river to the sea was not a call to destroy anything or anyone. It was a call for justice, both in Israel and in the West Bank, Gaza. The speech very clearly and specifically said those things. No amount of debate will change what I actually said or what I meant. He then said, this isn't a case of throwing rocks and hiding hands. I genuinely believe in the arguments and principles that I shared in the speech. I also genuinely want peace, freedom, and security for everyone. These are not competing ideals and values. And so here is a portion of his speech. I'm going to go to it where he talked about it. So I read some of that. And then he later said in his speech, which we're trying to get some video, he says, contrary to Western mythology, black resistance to American apartheid did not come purely through Gandhi and nonviolence. Rather, slave revolts and self-defense and tactics otherwise divergent from Dr. King or Mahatma Gandhi were equally important to preserving safety and attaining freedom. If we are to operate in true solidarity with the Palestinian people, we must allow the Palestinian people the same range of opportunity and political possibility. If we are standing in solidarity with the Palestinian people, we must recognize the right of an occupied people to defend itself. We must prioritize peace, but we must not romanticize or fetishize it. We must advocate and promote nonviolence at every opportunity, but we cannot endorse a narrow politics of respectability that shames Palestinians for resisting, for refusing to do nothing in the face of state violence and ethnic cleansing. Again, as I said, he is, of course, a longtime professor at several universities, author as well, has been a longtime supporter of the Palestinian people. Again, as a result of that speech to the UN on yesterday, CNN has chosen to fire Marc Lamont Hill. I did send him a text message to see if he will come on the show to give us his thoughts about being fired from CNN in his speech. Had not heard back from him, though. Right now, I want to go to my panel, Michael.
All right, I'm going to leave it right there, my royal family. And you can go over here to my Black Junction and you can listen to the rest of it. So, Paris, you had a lot to say. You had a lot to say. You was doing a lot of bootlicking. See, you are a prime example. You worried about some people that don't give a fuck about you. You too worried about that. But you real quick to put your people down. You real quick to that because you feel like because you got some coins and you on TV and got a little notoriety that you can say and do whatever you can do in this system. Oh yeah, you had a lot to say. And this is exactly what you get. This is your karma. Your karma. So my royal family, we're going to hear what this coon have to say. I'm going to give y'all a little sample of that too. And if you want to listen to it all, go to Black Junction TV. So, let's listen to the bootlicking.
Chairman, ambassadors, and your excellencies, good afternoon. It is with great honor and humility that I accept the opportunity to speak before you. As a scholar, as an activist, and as a citizen, I am profoundly interested in the plight of the Palestinian people. as well as the broader ethical, moral, and political implications of their struggle for freedom and justice, as well as equality. As such, this annual convening represents a critical intervention. It also represents a site of possibility. On the other hand, it shows considerable irony. As you well know, this year marks the 70th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. This declaration is produced out of the rubble and contradictions of World War II, and it was intended to offer a clear ethical and moral outline of the basic rights and freedoms to which all human beings, irrespective of race, religion, class, gender, or geography, are entitled. This declaration, of course, has been far from perfect, both in design and in execution. Too often we have framed human rights through the lens of the West. We've viewed it through the gaze of colonialism, and we have assessed them through the limited prism of our own experiences. Simply put, the powerful have too often attempted to universalize their own particular and local values. Still, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights has offered us a flawed but functional starting point from which to articulate basic moral and ethical ambitions as global citizens. These ambitions have been particularly helpful when attempting to keep track of the vulnerable against the backdrop of imperialism, exploitative economic arrangements, white supremacy, patriarchy, and all the other entanglements of the modern nation state. For this reason, it is indeed ironic and sad that this year also marks the 70th anniversary of the Nakba, the great catastrophe in May 1948 that resulted in the expulsion, murder, and to date, permanent dislocation of more than 1 million Palestinians.
I can't take it, my royal family. I can't take it. Oh, he was sounding real diplomatic, real important. You know what? He probably wrote that speech a long time ago. So, you know, a coon, boy, when they get an opportunity to bootlick, oh, it make your stomach turn. It make your stomach turn. You getting on my fucking nerves with your greasy ways. There's some other shit I could say about you, but some folks would feel some kind of way because I could go much deeper. I will restrict myself somewhat. So, you done got the pimp hand for all that bootlicking, and them people that you worried about, they don't give a damn about you? Oh yeah, and that remark that you made about Gandhi, he was racist. He didn't give a damn about you either. You need to get a history lesson. You really do. So, what the fake Jews did, because they always hide behind shit, is they took that opportunity. You know, it is what it is. So now, you all over here on Twitter crying. And somebody said, here, you call for the destruction of Israel? That is not criticism, that's violence. And then you jumped up and said, I did not, I have not, and I would not. So he all up here crying, my royal family, on Twitter, trying to defend himself. But it's nothing more than karma. See, these coons will never learn. Never learn. Oh, I love this. Now, this shit is sweet. Whoever put this together, I love these memes. I'm loving this. But on a serious note, my royal family, we're going to see more of them fall because there are some dynamics that are going on in Babylon as it fall. And he's part of the casualties of war. And they letting them know, we don't give a damn about you. You need to stay in your place. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? Was it worth it Was it worth it to do all that you did, Mark? Was it worth it? Was it worth it to distance yourself from Farrakhan? Was it worth it on the day that our Queen Mother passed to drag her? You didn't show no respect. You didn't show no decency. And you think because your ass is on TV and you got a couple of coins and you flying everywhere and smiling and bawling and scraping, you felt like you were untouchable. Where is Paris? Where is he? He's somewhere in a hole. He's shame. Because I know those type. He's shame. Because he thought he was above board. See, Paris cooned real hard for Donald Trump. Did Donald Trump go save his ass? Hell no. Because the way that these folks look at you is that if you would betray your own people, what would you do to them? See, I learned some valuable things, my royal family, from my dear father. I quote my father often, bless his heart. And he always told me, you stand firm on your position. You stay true to your convictions. He said they may never, ever like you, but they will respect you because they know your intentions. Your intentions have to be very clear. Like our brothers and sisters on that beautiful island. You come to that island, you're going to feel them. We need to take on their spirit. And trying to conform to this system, they're going to take something from you. And then take many things from you. They're going to take your dignity. And they're going to dictate to you what you can and cannot do. You ain't free. You ain't a free thinker. Now you done got all that education. And it is a waste. Because it does not benefit the royal family. You have a duty and responsibility. And a lot of y'all coons walk away from your folks once your bank account look right. And then you want to dictate and point your finger back at your own people and say, if you didn't put in the hard work, if you put in the hard work, you can be where I can be. Knowing how this system get down, you choose and you willfully choose to ignore truth, what's really going on in this system. They have went out of their way, even as I speak, to continue to subjugate us, to continue to gentrify neighborhoods, to mess with us on these fucking plantations. And they are telling us they want us to compromise because we are nothing more than a form of entertainment to them. You don't let nobody do that to you. You got to let these folks know that you got to be clear enough in your intentions again that if you fuck with me, you're going to feel me. And there's many ways. It can be mental. It can be physical. It can be many ways. I love getting in the psyche of the enemy. And if I have to whoop their ass, I will whoop their ass. I'm not leaving nothing off the table. But a motherfucker like you to disrespect our elders, karma is a true bitch. And it is sweet to drag you. Oh, yes, it is. It's sweet. I know your black ass is somewhere crying. And you feeling some kind of way. And you need to feel deeper. Because while you was disrespecting your elders, you willfully dismiss that they have family. And they didn't put in the work. They paved the way for your coon ass. And you did not utilize your time properly. So, the divine hand is very, very real, Mark. So what you gonna do now? You gonna keep pandering to the enemy? That's what you gonna do. Defend yourself. You have no one that will defend you at all. Worried about other people's shit. And we got a lot of shit that we need to deal with right here in America. A stolen country. Stole it from us. We are the true natives. Learn your history. I'm sick of coons always quoting Gandhi and his racist ass. His racist freaky ass. Oh, his wife had plenty things to say about him. Dig it up and read it, Mark. He didn't give a damn about the royal family. So, my royal family, take your time, my royal family, and drag this coon. And don't lose sight of our Queen Mother, who dedicated her life in fighting this war. And he disrespected her. And I kept it in my frontal lobe. I felt some kind of way about it. And anytime they put something up in his face, he always double talking and backing up. But then when it comes time to talk about some folks that don't give a fuck about him, oh, he stands firm on his position. He's speaking quite profoundly, you know, sounding very logical. Yeah, you can sound logical and still be a fool. And on top of that, you a coon, a bootlicking coon. You don't know nothing else to do in this system but bootlick. And that's what you will continue to do, is bootlick. While you sitting up here fighting for these folks, you would never get on Twitter and fight for the royal family. So, this is sweet to me, Mark. And there will be more coons to come. So go dig yourself a hole with Paris and the rest of the coons and drop fucking dead. So, my royal family, render your voice with your beautiful divine words. And as always, my royal family, I thank you for your love. I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe. Ooh, that was sweet to me. I'm good at making shit real sweet.